Good morning. I'm Pramod Kulkarni. On behalf of the Foundation for India Studies Oral History Project, I have the distinct honor of introducing Mr. Ashok Garg. Hello, Ashok. How are you?
Good morning.
Mr. Garg is the president of Allied Exports, a company which exports recyclable waste materials. A strong advocate of community service, Mr. Garg has served as the president of the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce, Memorial Spring Branch Rotary Club, Club 24, and he has also served as a trustee on the boards of the Lighthouse for the Blind, Literacy Advance, Hindu Worship Society Temple, and BAPS. Good morning, Ashok.
Good morning.
Let's start at the beginning.
Sure.
Your childhood in India.
Well, I was born in Delhi, India, and talking of childhood, the earliest I can remember, I guess, is when I was 10 years old. And that's when I remember I used to go to school and walk 2 miles a day.
Yes.
Those are good memories.
That's a long time, long distance for
Yeah, but
Delhi.
that was fun because
okay.
it was safe.
Ah.
I didn't have to worry about things like today.
From the beginning, did you have an interest in math and science?
Oh yes, yes. I did good, and I'm glad I did good because later on I realized that at least my dad wanted to make sure I'm an engineer.
Yes.
So it came in handy.
So you graduated with a degree in mechanical engineering.
Yes, yes.
And where did you go for college?
I went in India, in city Agra, and that's the name of the college, Dayalbagh. So I graduated from that college.
Uh-huh. And what was your college experience?
College experience was stressful. It's just being away from the family.
Sure.
That was the first time.
Right.
The first year, kind of, and then, but the last year, of course, things had changed
Yes,
because it was about to be over.
that's
But
true.
yes, enjoyed it in a sense, but also a lot of hard work.
Sure. And after graduation, did you work in India?
Yes, after graduation, I got this job as a lecturer in Lucknow
Uh-huh.
in Uttar Pradesh.
Oh.
And just got that job. I was roaming around. It was easy to find that job.
Oh,
And I was serving as a lecturer.
Uh-huh.
And I think I worked there over maybe a year plus, year and a half.
And what sparked your interest in coming to the United States?
Well, it's very interesting. It must be my destiny.
Uh-huh.
Because when I was teaching as a lecturer, one fine morning, the principal called me in his office and he says, we have a gentleman coming from United States under some government program, and they are going to take summer classes.
I see.
And since I was single, so I was nominated to be his companion and cohort in Lucknow.
Uh-huh.
And I was with him all summer, and time flies. He completed his program and he was on his way back to USA. I was wishing him goodbyes, and he said, no, this is not the last time we'll see each other. And I said, oh. He said, yeah, give me your name and address. And some 3 months later, this huge thick package landed at my residence, and come to my surprise, there was all the I-20 form and waiving of English requirements and some financial aid and the whole thing.
Wow, he took a lot of interest in you.
Yeah, he not only took, we just, got to know each other, built a friendship. Whatever I did, I guess he liked it.
So you were able to come to University of Houston.
Yes, so he was from University of Houston, this professor, and I came here and did my master's in industrial engineering.
Yes.
Then I joined, this Houston Lighting and Power Company in the computer department. In those days, computers were just up and coming. I'm talking about 69.
Oh, okay.
So I'm glad I got a job.
Yes, yes.
And I worked there for about 15 plus years.
What was your experience as an Indian immigrant? What was life like in those early days?
Well, let me share with you that when I joined Houston Lighting and Power, company, there was a sign outside the corporate headquarters.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if I should say that, but anyhow, there was a sign that the Afro-Americans do not need to apply
Oh, really?
for a job.
Uh-huh.
So we have come a long way.
That's
We
true.
have come a long. In fact, I was the first non-white in that corporate headquarters.
Oh, really?
I don't know how I sneaked in, but but it was a worthwhile experience.
And you probably paved the way for other people.
I sure did. That was one of my objectives, that because I got into management within 2 years.
Uh-huh.
I was a project manager. So I had the opportunity to hire a lot of people.
Yes.
And I wanted to make sure that I work in close relationship with the HR department. And I hired not only within my own department, I hired a lot of individuals of Indian origin and opened the doors for them. But there came a point during my stay with Houston Lighting and Power, that the HR department will come to me and say, hey, we have this applicant from this university in India. What do you think? And as you know, history will tell you that all the graduates who were coming from IITs, and there was a green door for them because they were all very successful.
Oh, okay. And this was probably the time you got married and started a family.
Yes, I got married in 1973, and as soon as I got married, there was this indication she comes from a business family as to what was I doing a job.
Yeah, oh, really?
So the pressure was on.
Yes.
And somewhere in '84, this opportunity came along that somebody needed some goods in India.
Uh-huh.
So I said, let's give it a try.
Sure.
And these were items which, as you know, United States, we are a throwaway society.
Uh-huh.
We gave away a lot back, we throw it away. And so really the people who had captured on that industry initially were the Jews. They were heavily into it, the first generation. And then our community never really got into it.
Yes.
It's just one of those oddballs
Uh-huh.
who happened to be destined to be there and picked up on it.
Sure.
And again, since the orders were already there, all I had to do is locate the material and ship it.
Oh, okay.
And it worked well.
So what were the keys to your success?
The keys were that, first of all, make sure that you have a good buyer, a reliable buyer, a trusted buyer who will make payments.
Yes.
Number two is, on my end, establish integrity and a brand for the product I'm shipping in. Even in the recycle industry,
Yes.
there are some custom and codes which we follow, then there is a brand which gets established out there.
Right.
That if this product is coming from Allied Exports, you don't have to worry about it, you're safe. And
So it built a atmosphere of trust.
oh, absolutely. We almost, I would say, there was a brand within the peer industry
Yes.
that if they say, like the importer, when he went to his buyer, he says, this is product come from Allied Export. He said, oh yeah, no problem, send it over there. All they had to do is negotiate the price. But there was never a question about the quality of the product. So even in recycle industry, that matters a lot. And
When you go back to India, do you see the recycled products in any way?
yes, many ways. I've seen it being processed, reprocessed as to, I learned a lot as to how they reprocess the whole thing and how it, and the question comes in, why use recycle instead of virgin material? Because it reduces the cost of the product.
Right.
And like some of the items I shipped, they were making blankets out of it. And why would it matter so much for the cost of the final product? Because one of the items I was shipping to India was wool. And they were reprocessing all that and making wool blankets out of it, which were shipped back to USA to the Red
really?
Cross. And the Red Cross was giving it away free to their clients. So the cost mattered a lot. And I think they had managed to bring the cost down so much that they got the interest from Red Cross and Salvation Army, where they said, hey, we'll pick up this product.
Sure.
So whatever we're shipping over there, it was getting processed, coming back to USA.
Oh, wonderful.
It went on for 20 years like that, at least I remember.
And it's good for the environment.
Well, it's good for all the way. I mean,
Yeah.
some poor fellow here was staying warm.
Sure.
Cold,
That's true.
at no charge.
And then what sparked your interest in community service?
Well, I think it has something to do with life, but there came a point in my life where I felt that it's time to give it back to the community I'm living in. This is my home. These are the people who accepted us, and so let's do something. And one of the big thing I realized that what has changed my life since birth is the education I got. So I developed a lot of interest in literacy
Yes.
related projects.
You're on the board of the Literacy Advance.
Yes, I have
organization.
served on Literacy Advance of Houston, Youth Development Program, Rotary.
Yes.
In the Rotary, we have raised so far, under last 10 years, about close to $200,000, where we give away 10 scholarships every year. And this is given to students
Yes.
who come from very limited resources, but very good grades.
Sure.
So we are at least taking 10 families out of poverty every year.
Right.
Because once the kid gets their 4-year degree, then that takes them out of poverty.
Sure.
So that's my reward.
Yeah.
And my fair share back to community.
Sure. And then you are also president of the Indo-American Chamber of Commerce.
That's another entity which I have enjoyed very much, because that's being my business, being international trade, that gives me opportunity to shake hand with India again, in more in a formal manner.
Yeah.
And we took the mayor of city of Houston to India
Yes.
during my year of
Tenure.
presidency.
Yes.
And also we invited the current sitting U.S. ambassador in India, Mr. Richard Verma,
Yes.
to our gala in
Right.
the year 2015.
Yes.
That was a crowning achievement.
That's true.
That really, I mean, everyone in the community heard about it. They wanted to shake hand, and he was very kind and truly
I
professional.
think he's quite eloquent, what I
Eloquent.
remember. Yes.
What I can share with you, when he spoke for the first time in the Chamber's gala, there was pin drop silence.
Yes.
Hard to achieve,
That's true.
but they wanted to listen to him.
Right. And then you're also the founding member of Club 24. Which
Yes,
is an interesting organization.
that's a very interesting organization, because for many reasons, these are like-minded people
Yes.
who want to give it back to the community.
Right.
That's one part.
Yes.
Second is that there is always some social aspect.
Sure.
Third is we are also having the second generation coming into the job, and they are growing up, and now we need to give them some mentorship when they
Sure.
want it.
Right.
So the Club 24 indulges in that, not in a very formal manner, but in informal manner.
Sure.
And then the last part is where we have a cultural program where we share our culture with the local community
Right.
as to what is important to our culture.
Yeah. What are your thoughts for the coming few years? Do you want to continue working, or do you want to retire?
No. I'm planning to retire soon, because there comes a time when I think we have to pass on the baton
Sure.
to the next generation.
Are any of your children interested in the business?
Now we are blessed with 2 boys,
Yes.
and one of them works for Shell Oil
Yes.
in the supply chain management, and he likes it over there. And the other one, he has been blessed twice in life, because he had a major wreck about 15 years back, and really took significant injuries. But he's a full-fledged doctor now. He's a radiologist,
Sure.
and he'll be soon in the professional world,
Right.
serving the community. And he made both of them make us proud. We are truly blessed.
Wonderful. Then will you continue on with your community service?
Oh, yes, yes, as much as I can. Having done all this, I also realize there is an upper limit I can manage.
Yeah.
And I think I better do it right or
Yes.
not do it at all. So
That's
I'll
true.
do it, but I'll do what my energies allow.
Sure.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts on the second generation and third and fourth generations?
My
of
thoughts are
Indo-Americans?
that we need to come together
Yeah.
if we are going to fully assimilate in this community, because being professionally successful is one thing,
Yeah,
but providing leadership to community takes a different set of skills
sure.
and passions. So I hope at least we have some of us
Yes.
who steer in that direction
That's
and are
true.
successful.
Well, I congratulate you on your
Thank you very
professional
much.
success and all the community service that you provided.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ashok.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.